for? What is it good for? Well, in Marvel Strike Force, it's good for roster progression and apparently alliance events. Today, we'll review the new War Season room rules, and we'll also go over the upcoming alliance event, Engine of War. So let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? I'm BPG and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, I make content for Marvel Strike Force. So if you like what you're watching, why not hit that like button, subscribe and comment down below. Alliance War Chapter 3. A new team with a new legendary means we're going to get some new war rules. So let's go over them. So the overall global rules that will affect every room within the helicarrier is a 50% primary stat bonus to defending war ready rebirth allies. You've heard that right, rebirth. Put them on defense. You might want to put a little bit more investment into them because of this new Incursion 2 raid, because I don't think they're going to be the first ones to go. And they've got some additional rules for rebirth if they're not exhausted. So if not exhausted, rebirth spawn with revive once, speed up, 2 safeguard and defense up. They also revive with 50% health, and Captain America spawns with taunt. That is going to be horrible. Absolutely horrible to fight. In previous times, you would go into these sorts of rooms where people have rebirth on defense with Death Seed, and you'd absolutely wipe it. I don't think Death Seed are going to be up to the challenge now. Room bonus, 20% primary stats to war ready attacking allies. So, you know, they've got some there. And an extra 10% to war ready attacking superior 6 allies. So that's going to be your Green Goblin Classic. Craven if you've unlocked him already, although his event is coming soon. And Dr. Octopus at the moment. We will be getting JJ the Spider Slayer coming up soon, and also Lizard. But those are future. So at the present, you're only going to be getting Green Goblin Classic, Craven and Doc Ock. So next, the individual room rules. So Armory only affects adjacent rooms to it, but 20% primary stats to all defending war allies with an extra 20% bonus to war ready Spider-Verse allies. So I've got a feeling we might be seeing things like Underworld on defense this time around because of that Spider-Verse tag on Mr. Negative and Kingpin. In Barracks, you will get offense up to adjacent rooms, will get offense up to all defending war ready allies, and war ready Spider-Verse allies get an additional offense up. That's going to be quite nice. Be aware of like Sinister 6 as well. They're going to be really good on defense. The Hangar adjacent's going to give 15% barrier to all defending war ready allies with an extra 15% bonus to war ready Spider-Verse allies. I don't think that's going to be too much. Barrier's not a great, you know, it's not a massive thing. Not as good as offense up and the 20% primary stats. And then we got our global rooms. So Cargo Bay, whilst that's still up and running, that is going to give a global buff of 10% primary stats to all defending war ready allies and an extra 20% bonus to war ready Spider-Verse allies. So again, more primary stats to war ready allies. So Rebirth already have that 50% bonus to their stats if they're defending. With the Cargo Bay, that's 60%, well 50-ish, 55-ish percent primary stats, depending on how they work it, whether it's stacking or whether it's cumulative. But it's between sort of 55 and 60% primary stats extra to defending Rebirth war ready allies, with an extra 20% bonus to war ready Spider-Verse allies. So again, you're going to get lots of stats on teams like Underworld, Sinister 6, Superior 6. And then Medbay globally is going to apply 2 regeneration to defending war ready allies, and war ready Spider-Verse allies get an additional 2 regeneration. So not only are you going to have to chew through a lot of stats for these Spider-Verse teams, but you're also going to have to chew through that regeneration as well. Overall, I think this is going to be a really good season of war. Really looking forward to it with my alliance. And yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comments. What are you thinking about the new War Season rules? So, Engine of War event. This is starting today, the 20th of November, 2023. It's an alliance event that's going to last for 6 days. And in it, we're going to be wanting to play war battles and earn allied supply 2 orb fragments. Even a really unengaged alliance is going to be able to hit all the month-long currency. And for newer alliances, there's some really nice sort of pushing of shards for Sinister 6 characters. So we've got a total of 125 Shocker shards, 125 Electro shards, 125 Rhino shards, 125 Vulture shards, and 125 Mysterio shards. For late game players, end game players, you probably don't need this, but for an early game player that doesn't have these unlocked, they're really good, and they've just had some really nice stat increases. Also, engaged alliances, you should be able to reach around about milestone 18, so you will unlock those 25 Craven the Hunter shards, which will help with his unlock later on if you haven't already unlocked him. So with minimum alliance effort, I've worked this out roughly. It works out at roughly 2 war battles per war, which is quite frankly ridiculous. If you can't do 2 war battles per war, there is something wrong. Over the 3 wars with your 24 alliance members gives you a total of 144 war battles. We're getting 1,000 points per war battle, so that's 144,000 total points from doing your war battles. And then as long as at least half your alliance donates 50 cores, but I always go on the fact of telling people if everyone donates 50 cores, you're definitely going to get there. To your alliance donation, you'll get that 5th alliance donation box, which will give you a grand total of 2,000 allied supply 2 orb fragments. Over the 6 days, with your 24 alliance members, will give you a grand total of 288,000 points, which will get you 432,000 points total, which will equal milestone 12, which is all the Vibranium Slab event currency. So now moving over to the engaged alliance, this is really not massively engaged. It's time engagement more than anything. So as long as every member of your alliance does its 10 free war battles per day in the 3 wars over the event, with your 24 alliance members, that's going to give you 720,000 points. Same 50 cores to the alliance donation, getting you that 5th alliance box, gives you 288,000 points, which brings us to a grand total of 1,008,000 points, or milestone 18. So we'll get those Craven shards, we'll get some Dark Promotion credits, you will get all the Ultimus food shards from the Sinister 6 members. So overall, we've got a really achievable event with some great awards. What do you think of the new War Room rules? Why not let me know in the comments below? If you like the content again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to stay positive.